the blue in the black of his wing. The teenagers are in the park again, laughing without humour, throwing stones at the resident crows who flap up in protest, only to settle again mere inches away, so the whole episode is doomed to endless repetition. If he wishes to reach his favourite bench beneath the plane tree, he has no choice but to walk past them. Boys will be boys, isn't that what they say? And in truth, he's not seen a single stone find its target, but it's an unpleasant business all the same, leaves him feeling queasy. No doubt his good angel will insist he intervene, but he's reluctant to draw attention to himself. No, not reluctant, he is afraid. A weakness in the knees he can do nothing about. A weakness in the spirit, however. Please, he says, please, you must stop. His voice is not his own. It is throttled by the fear that they will throw their stones at him instead, or worse. But this time he is lucky. This time they are content just to jeer and mock his accent. Oh, what, Grandad? You going to make me, eh? You and whose army? But they are already bored with him before they can begin in earnest. He's too easy a victim. No fun, no kicks to be had. Sure, you can kick a man when he's down, but when he as good as begs you to beat him, leaves a bad taste, bitter suspicion you've been used. Sad old bastards like him, best left to live themselves to death. The boys stumble off down the hill, cawing like the crows, shoving each other, calling out in breaking voices, "Please, you must stop, please." He lowers himself onto the bench with a sigh, damp beneath his arse and the backs of his thighs. He wonders if he will ever grow accustomed to how wet it is in this country, the air permanently saturated. Each breath he takes fills his lungs with as much water as oxygen. He had to stop to steady his breathing again as he climbed the hill, calm the small bird that has taken to fluttering in his ribcage. No, he's not a young man anymore. He had to lean upon the railing, pantomiming an admiration of the view. What is he made to make of it honestly? Office blocks, row upon row of terraced houses, tree-lined squares, church spires, and beyond them a blanket of fields, distant hills. Nobody with whom to share it. Careless of him, it seizes him again, the image of his granddaughter, her chubby face smeared with dirt and tears. She'd fallen over and grazed her knee, drawn blood. It always looks worse than it is. Carefully he'd swabbed the wound with antiseptic, wincing when she owled with the sting of it. Applied a plaster intended for other, paler flesh than hers. Smoothed the edges down gently with his thumbs as he started telling her about the peacock. How he is beautiful because he swallows poison and turns all the bad things of the world into the glory of feathers. See his splendid tail. If there were no poison, no hardship to overcome, there would be no such beauty. She's too young for such stories, just looks up at him with a confused frown. What about the lady peacock? She asks. Does she have to eat poison too? And where is her fine tail? Peahen, he says. The lady peacock is called a peahen. Her mother gives him a telling off later as she ladles pilau into his bowl. What is all this I hear about eating poison? What dangerous rubbish are you filling the child's head with now? Think, won't you, before you speak? The child's mother, with her sharp tongue, sad eyes. His daughter. His daughter. All the birds in this country are small and brown, or grey like offcuts of sky, except for the crows, the magpies. These crows here now, there's a proper mob of them. That one over there swaggers like the teenagers do, but when the man pulls his handkerchief from his trouser pocket and smooths it over skinny arthritic knees, takes his flatbread from its paper bag and mumbles his habitual words of thanks over it, that one there flutters its wings and chirrups as if it were a nestling still. The others strut ever closer to him, wary bold. Before he takes a bite, he pinches a piece off and throws it to the young crow. At once the others are all fuss and feather, every inch of them indignant appetite. Never fear, he tells them, there is some for you too. Not enough to go around, for sure, but some. He takes a bite for himself. It is spicy and substantial, nourishing. It is not like home, no, not even close. But perhaps it will be enough, given time. Perhaps. He throws the last piece to the young crow, shakes out the crumbs for the little brown birds whose names he does not yet know, pockets the modest white flag of his handkerchief for another day, pushes himself to his feet, salutes the juvenile crow. Good day, my young friend, he says with a half smile. Imagines he sees in the flicker of a dark feather a swift flash of iridescence. I will know you always, he says. Even here, I will recognize you. I will know you by the blue in the black of your wing.